Hi, good evening. This is Saurabh. Welcome to the Logistics Shakti Podcast series. And it's my privilege to welcome Mr. Pritesh Patel, who is the owner and co-founder of StaffingGo. Welcome, Mr. Pritesh.
Thank you.
Pritesh ji, I'll start with this thing. StaffingGo.
Right.
It's a very unique name.
Right.
How did you find this name?
Okay. So if you look at the today, there are many HR operation related softwares are available in the market.
Mhm.
But when you go into the volume based staffing industry, you won't find any single system who manage the entire staffing operation from A to Z. And we see a lot of gap. No prominent player want to come into that particular industry in the staffing industry. The main reason is once again it's a volume. Not every system will be able to handle the volume, and this is the less margin game where a volume plays bigger role. So considering the TAM as a staffing industry, our product name came out as a Staffing Go.
If we talk about logistics warehousing,
Right.
it's a widely spread.
Right.
And any of the 3PL companies, they have
Right.
got multiple locations with multiple manpower with a big volume game.
Right.
So the big challenge what comes is that on the attendance mechanism,
Right.
wage mechanism,
Right.
and their disciplines,
Right.
their misconducts,
Right.
their statutory benefits,
Right.
which generally the manpower vendors or contractors, they don't pay that kind of attention to that.
Right.
And with this coming of the new wage code,
Right.
how do you think that this will be helpful for this warehousing and transportation logistics industry?
Understood. So if you look at the, especially you mentioned as a 3PL, when you say 3PL, where the entire manpower workforce need to be managed and the other operation also has to be managed and which works on the multiple shifts and the multiple vendors are connected to that particular 3PL particular offices or the locations where we don't know that okay who is coming at what time and what kind of background of those particular contract workforce are there. So mainly if you look at the all that is right now might be there into the somewhere in some paper or some in Excel sheet, but where if you look at the entire ecosystem and in entire ecosystem you want to connect with the multiple warehouses location where the 3PL is working, multiple vendors are working. If you look at that, you need to have a centralized system. And when you say centralized system, that centralized system should not look from the HR operation point of view, but from the 3PL operation point of view, it should look into that. Now if you look, you see the staffing go which kind of system which designed especially for this kind of 3PL system to be managed where all the contract workforce starting with their onboarding to having the all the background verification. When say background verification, very basic minimum check like he have valid Indian Aadhaar card or not, or he is a Rohingya who is working in your factory, right, or somebody else is deployed into your factory, they are getting paid as per the minimum wages or not, or what minimum wage code got applied to it, skill, unskill, whatever got applied to him. So all that checks and balances can be managed through the staffing go kind of system. Now we will come to the new wage code policy. The new wage code policy definition is very simple, where the salary structure as per the new wage code should be there, where the ESIC are not on the entire gross, but on the basic of the particular thing where the ESIC is applied and all. So if you look at the every HR system or every workforce management system has to apply a new wage code definition. And we are proudly, we can say that, okay, Staffing Go is at very early stage where we understood the very neat and clearly the what are the new wage code definitions are there. And in system, we have put across all this in particular place. So if you look at the yes, system already is ready with the new wage code. Whatever required the checks and balances, like employees got the say 40 plus employees got the healthcare checkup. Yes, no, yes, they got, who has paid for that health checkup? Is the principal employer has paid or the vendor has paid? How you have taken care? You have taken care as a camp you have put, or you have sent him to the some hospital and you have taken care the health checkup. So this is one basic example I am telling. But yes, we went into the detail and have implemented the entire new wage.
Okay. So, with the 3PL companies who are working in the multiple locations.
Right.
So, the general problem what comes with the worker,
Right.
at the worker level, the grievance generally comes, and salary slips are not being paid on time, and our salary slips are not given in time,
Right.
and the ASICs are not given.
Right.
They are not aware of the benefits. The main comes at the end of the month, the attendance reconciliation. There's a lot of grievances. I
Right.
worked on Sundays. I'm not getting comp off.
Right.
My OT is not being paid.
True.
So how it is being addressed, and how do you think that staffing go can be an added advantage for the 3PL companies like us?
Okay. So typically what happens is like when you rightly told that, okay, the entire workforce is not like corporate environment working where they have proper shift environment. Today, the challenge with the 3PL warehouses and the organization who is running the 3PL is the entire operation is not in the systematic manner where you will say, okay, the employee has to come in this time only and has to go that time. The next, whatever his exit time is fixed. Here, the subsequent employee not came and the guy has to continue for the next shift and might be we miss to pay him on the next shift. Then definitely the noise comes back to the HR and operation team that, okay, I have not paid what I have worked upon, right? So what the typical staffing or kind of system does is it ensures that the entire attendance management system, be it is a biometric system or it is a some any other system, those attendance information comes back to the back office team, and the back office team processes the entire attendance as per the attendance rule. When I say attendance rule, there is a shift which is supposed to work for the 9 hours, and the employee worked beyond 9 hours. Either you consider as a OT or you give as a comp op. System automatically recognize that, okay, is applicable for OT or comp op not. If OT or comp op is applicable on behalf of an employee, the system automatically applies the OT request and comp op request, which goes for the approval for the manager, and manager has to simply approve if he has worked. So look at the entire back office operation or the HR ops operation or the from the employee point of view or the manager point of view, the all those expect through automation has been covered in the system.
Very good to so hear that, sir. One important thing coming to my mind. Uh, how do you integrate the different states minimum wages, which is coming from time to time into your system?
Right, right. Very valid question. And today, uh, I will want to give you one example. When we say minimum wages changes, we don't know when, what time, who is changing the minimum wages. And we have recently come across that many fact circulator are got circulated stating that the minimum wage got changed, but actually really it not got changed. So if you look at the entire pan India complaints, though it is a like recently UP minimum wage got changed in newspaper came, but if you look at from the government, there is no advisory not came saying that the minimum wage got changed. Similarly, recently Odisha has changed the PT rule where there is zero PT from the effective from the 1st April, but many people don't know about that particular system. So what we do as a staffing go, where we take the responsibility about the pan India managing the complaints is we have a very senior, more than 40 plus year of experience, complaints head who is uh, giving the complete advisory to the staffing go. So today, if we come to know about some minimum wage got changed or any PT rule or any statutory rules got changed, we send back the inquiry to the our complaints head. Complaints head checks all the from the legal angles that, okay, is it valid or is it a fact circulator or what exactly it is. Based on that complete advisory, we ensure that all our customer are educated, notified, plus the system also automatically changes that one. So one is F5, you got notified to customers setting that, okay, this rule got changed, and subsequently immediately that rule getting applied into the software also. So intimation as well as implementation both will taken care by the staffing go team.
One important question which comes to my mind, that there has been notification from this ESIC and multiple clauses given. It's basically less than allowances.
Right.
If allowances is more than basic, then adding taking the differential of this basic plus DA and the excluded wages and then add back to ESIC and calculate ESIC,
Right.
then how your system will help us this industry because very new
Right.
and everybody is getting confused. So how your system will help us in that?
Yes, you are talking about the new wage code policy, and a lot of uncertainties are there on the ESIC that okay how exactly to calculate it. So rules are very simple. Okay, so like earlier, how the ESIC was applying on the entire gross component, now they have made very specifically it is going to apply on the wage component, and the wage definition is made very clear that okay what is called wage. The wage should be minimum of the 50% of the or I say reverse. Whatever your wage is there, the other component should be not be more than the 50% of your wage component, right? So now what happens is sometimes is that wage definition is not getting fixed as per the component wise. At the time you have to go and add your DA or any other component into this particular wage. Now if you look at that, earlier people were doing the Excel formula apply, reverse formula apply, round off you apply, and you do the circular dependency, and based on the circular dependency, your entire salary breakup will be getting calculated, right? It is applies to the same for the new wage code also. People has to little bit need to understand what should be included, what should be excluded on the certain circumstances, depending upon the what the input salary or whatever the minimum wage salary you will give, right? Once again, I'll come back to the technology side. Yes, this particular code has to crack by the technology team, and we have already cracked that particular code. That okay, how exactly this minimum wage need to be implemented with including the ESIC and ESIC rules into the system. So we took the once again the senior professional help on the understanding the wage code. We took our team technical team help on the cracking this entire logic, and we have implemented. And I say I today my more than 50% customer have implemented the new wage code definition and the system.
So, last question from my side: how technology will help us this entire logistics ecosystem, and what is your message to the logistics industry, and how do you feel this logistics Shakti event?
Okay, so multiple questions. I'll give you one by one answer. So yes, today we all use the technology starting from the morning when we get up, when we go into the bed, we are with the connected with the technology. The logistic industry, lot of operations they have uh, automated through the technology. Now comes into the workforce side. So today might be the your attendance are manual, or your onboarding of the employees are manual, or everything is running into the Excel sheet, or at the location level the information is getting stored. When the central CHRO want to understand okay today how many my entire contract labor workforce is present at this moment, or how many have by which vendor it is available, vendor wise breakup and all, might be not every logistic industry have that particular information. My suggestion is bare minimum technology let you implement, so that you should not face any challenge as a CHRO or the head of the entire logistic what is called the organization, because our industry does not work from the one particular location. We work pan India, pan location, and you as a CHRO you can't see everything at that particular sitting into the office. For that you need to have a bare minimum technology from the uh, uh, where workforce management point of view. Like StaffingGo definitely helps the logistic industry managing this entire workforce management. The second is question on the Logistics Shakti. Logistics Shakti is very good initiative, and we see that okay, there are a lot of year and year. This is the second event. Year and year, more participants are there. More people are coming and participating in the logistic problems, logistic related problem, and we are the one of the uh, proudly say this is our second edition and second time we are coming in the logistic, and we will be coming forever for the logistic event. So that is what the visibility and the opportunity logistic has given to us.
Oh. So, thanks for giving so many insight on technology. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.